Hi everybody and welcome to the very messy junk room where we create whatever. Today is a quick little project using up our junk mail envelopes. I know you've got some envelopes, all kinds of junk mail envelopes. We're going to be making bookmarks using mainly the windows of these junk mail envelopes. They turn out really cute. Now this is embossed. It was part of a swap that I was doing, a Facebook group, and it needed to be embossed. I'm very new to embossing and I had nothing. I was given a Cuttlebug and I had no folders, embossing folders. So I did purchase one. I purchased one that I could use for any project, and that's the script one. I love it. It is so pretty, and I can use it no matter what the project is. So I'm very happy with that embossing folder, which you will see a little bit later. You can use these in your junk journals, as tuck spots, belly bands, a decorative piece. You can use it in your scrapbooks. You can use it as a happy mail, standalone item. You can even use it in your books if you still have hard copies of books. I have a Kindle, so I don't have a lot of hard copy of books, but you could make your own bookmarks. You could gift them to other people. So easy to make. And don't worry, if you don't have an embossing folder or machine, you don't have to emboss them. It just looks really cool when you do. And the other thing I have decided is I cannot use anything that's not on my desk for decorating. I have been trying to clean and organize. It's not going well. And I've got so much stuff on my desk and the floor. I can hardly move here now. And I got a little itty bitty creating space. I have to use what's on my desk for decorating. And you can also use whatever you want for the picture in the background. Flowers, you can't go wrong with flowers either. So I've got a couple of ideas I want to play with. And this is what the project is today. But before we get started, Amy shared her favorite verse with me, which is Ephesians 4:32. It says, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in God forgave you." Oh, how we need more kindness and compassion for one another today. Hope that encourages you and reminds you that we're all in this together, this life, this crazy life. So let's be kind and compassionate. Turning you around, get started. Go grab some envelopes. Here's the prototype. So put that to the side. I've gone ahead and tea dyed the envelopes I'm going to work with today. I like the grunge vintage vibe. I think that's my jam, what I love the most. But you don't have to tea dye. You could use stencils. For example, if you had stencils instead of embossing, you could use stencils. So I got 3 different little ones, just cheapy ones, and you can just stencil it instead of embossing. So maybe we'll try that in a bit. But I wanted to show you some of the things you could use as your picture for your bookmark. Now when you do emboss it, it's more muted, and so maybe you don't like that look. So don't emboss. This one is very long, so I went ahead and cut it out. I'm not sure this is going to be the height of it. I might cut it down here. It's not even fitting in my screen. But here, let's look at some of the things you can use. So this is an atlas. So if you're doing, a travel junk journal or a travel theme page, open up the envelope And then use the window so that you know what size that you want. So that would be pretty cool there to have a map. So you can use old maps. Lots of gardening books that I have. I'll come to those in a minute. Maybe you have some children's books and you're doing a children's theme or a Winnie the Pooh theme. Look at that. We get Kanga and Roo in there. Oh, there's Winnie the Pooh. Oh, look. They fit in there really nicely. Look at that. So you can use storybooks. Old calendars might be too big. Look at these beautiful butterflies. That might be too big for what we need. Oh, look at these birds. Oh, look at that one. Pull that down there. Oh, that's pretty. Music. Ooh, music. You can't go wrong with music for any project, but you could have music background. That would work. Scrapbook paper. If you have some scraps or you're working in a color palette. I am going to get rid of this glare because that is not helping you. I'm just going to peel the window cellophane off so we can see what it looks like without a glare for you. There, that's better. That works. I got this scrapbook paper and it's really pretty. Look at that. So pretty. Look at all these beautiful... Oh, there's a bookmark. Have to get a taller one if I'm using that envelope like here. These are so beautiful. They're blooming in my backyard, but oh, do they smell and bother my allergies. I'm going to get my envelopes, put that out of the way. Gonna need my paper trimmer. And I'm going to, you can get 2 out of this envelope that has the 2 windows. Let's line that up. Do the best I can here. Now I tea dyed them, like I think I mentioned that. I tea dyed them. So we got 2 different size windows. And this one, I'm going to cut them all up. Doesn't have to be, your window doesn't have to be in the middle at all. You can make your cuts wherever you want. So right now, just going to cut them down. Ooh, this one's an interesting one. Let's do this here. Line it up with my line. I think that went wonky, didn't it? It did go wonky. I can't even cut a straight line using the paper trimmer. How bad is that? I was trying to get this one in the middle. Not too bad, but it went wonky at the top. There we go. And one more. Oh, this is a very fat window. get in there. Because I tea dyed it, it's all wrinkled. Make sure. I don't know if I'll get all these done. We can keep these for other things. So as you can see, we got a lot of different varieties. Now I'm thinking, do we pick out the pictures first or emboss? Let's open them up because we're going to need them open so that we know what size our picture will be. And if you like to sew, you can sew them back together. I forgot to sew on my prototype. I like to sew everything. I will sew some of them, but you don't need to sew. You could do faux stitches, which means just make some lines. You can always do that too. Don't have to have all these fancy gizmos and gadgets. Because you may not have the space for them. Never mind the cost of things these days. I do a lot of yard sailing to find treasures. This one is really thin on that side, narrow, thin. Let's work on one at a time here. That noise is driving me crazy. Okay, this is going to be really pretty to have something bigger. Again, you're probably going to have that glare. That's pretty. That's pretty. Ooh. That's pretty. Now, oh my goodness, now what am I going to decide? I keep coming back to this beautiful one, even though I'm working on nothing that's winterish. But look how pretty that is. Oh, I gotta use it. I have to. It's speaking to me. Didn't realize how crinkly this was to work with until I turned the camera on. So we just need to make some marks so we know where to cut it. Just get my little chomper out here. That's not where I put my marks. Do you see where I put my marks? Oh, there, it's on the black. I see it. I see it now. Doesn't have to be perfect because this is going to just be glued on the inside. Now, let's make our mark. But where we need to cut, so we got Mark there. Fold this over so my mark is there. So I'm going to just cut inside there. The noises seem to be bothering me today. Not sure why. Today it's noises, but it is. So pretty. It's hard to see, I know. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm just going to get a scrap piece of paper to put inside the envelope when I go to emboss it. So here's my new embossing folder. I love the script. Oh my goodness. Now, because it is script, you need to put it in, unless you don't care about the direction, but I do. So I'm going to do this part, and then I'm going to do this part, but I'm going to mark it so I don't overlap, which I did in my prototype. So we need a B. I'm so new to this. A B plate and a B plate does the embossing. I didn't have 2 B plates, so I had to use some really thick cardboard for my prototype. But I have since gotten another B plate. So my Cuttlebug is off to the side. Let's see if I can bring some of it in. Oh, there we go. And that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Because I didn't put it. I did. Oh my goodness. You have to have the embossing folder if you want it embossed. All right, I usually have to stand up for this and kind of push it through. There we go. I think you only need to do it once. Look at that. Isn't that? Oh my goodness. I love it. So let's do the bottom part. How do we do that so it's not upside down? Oh. Okay. Well, I don't want it upside down. Does it really matter? Can you tell if it is? Well, let's just find out. Okay, let's try that again. Over to the Cuttlebug. Uh-oh. Ow, my finger. Okay. Can you tell it's upside down? I don't think so. There. Perfect. Get that out of my way for a second. Okay, I'm having too much fun. Settle down. I am going to trim it. This would fit in probably my ephemera book. But a regular size junk journal. Let's just grab a book. And yeah, let's cut it down. I think I want to cut a little bit here, a little bit there, and a little bit there. Let's see what that does. There we go. And we'll do this here. And keep these because they're already embossed. So we got to keep these. Look at that. Got to keep those for sure. This is looking to be a fat little one. Now bring back the bird. And this is what it looks like with the bird. Oh my goodness. I love it. Gonna get my favorite liquid glue, which is art glitter. And I'm just going to glue around the side. I'm not doing a very good straight line. That's looking good there. Open it up. Just make sure there's no glue that seeped out. Not that it would matter, because I'm not using this for a pocket per se. Oh, that is so pretty. Yep, should have enough space there for an eyelet. Lots of space down here for decorating. But first, I'm going to sew. So that's what it looks like when it's sewed. I'm loving it. Now ink my sides. Yep, I like that. Now let's pick a brad. I think gold brad should do. Let's see, where's the middle? Right here. Now we don't want to go that far, do we? But we don't want to get the sewing. There we go. Pop that in there. Not quite centered. Flip this thing over. I have no idea what all this means. I just guess. Oops, there we go. Let's try it. See what happens. Oh, did I do it? I did not. Maybe I need that one. Yep. Let's try this. Oh, something happened. Oh, there we go. Now you can cover this back up with paper if you want. I kind of like it as is. Now, if you don't like that, you cover that up. But you could write on this. It could be a journaling spot, journaling card, bookmark. But that's so cool. And then we need to decorate it up a little bit. Not too much. In my prototype, all I did was I just added washi tape. And I can only use what's on my desk. So I have some of these little, I don't know, it's just paper. But I think it's still too big because I don't want to cover up the embossing. let us see what it might look like if I cut out one of these squares. Yeah, see, it covers up too much. Let's just stick with what I had, but first I want to use some of my gold metallic, which is, whoa, completely dried, but run it. Will it make a difference? I don't know. Not there. Nope. That doesn't. What if I used this one? This one is antique gold modeling paste. Does that make a difference? Ooh. Ooh, I think. Ooh. Ooh. That. Look at that. Ooh, I like that. What? Okay, so what's the difference? That's paste, and this is metallic pale gold paint paste. Okay. That, I like this. Just put it in different spots. Whew. Just to highlight maybe some of this embossing. I like that. I do. Let's use a little bit here and there. Get some up here. You only need a little smidgen. Whew. Maybe in where it's a little bit white. I like that. Okay. Ah, I got it all over. This is cheesecloth that I just use for spills, and then I'll later use it in a project. Now, keep in with the browns and stuff. There we go. I don't want a straight edge. Cover that up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to use a piece of this. It's a good idea to add some glue because washi tape is not meant to stick forever. It comes off very easily, especially over time. So I'll use my favorite glue stick, yoo-hoo. There we go. And then this green one, because there's green up there. So I'm going to use this green one. If I can find the edge. I've gone through a lot of washi tape as the youth that I work with. Love it. Maybe right there. It says pie. There we go. And then just fold that over like that. think really I don't want too much else there. But perhaps something tiny could go there. What could that be? An egg in the winter? Nope. I don't think so. But is there something else that I can use? I'm afraid to move too much. I'll get an avalanche of stuff. Those are some stickers. Oh, okay, this is winter, kind of with our bird, but what if I did one of these stamps? Yeah, let's do a stamp. It's flat. Anybody know where my scissors went? Oh, over here. So let's just go in here. This is just made out of, it's like a cardstock. There we go. Cut that out. And then, those ones are too big. I have scissors that have little, there it is, postal scissors, and they're the little ones, but I always have to check first on a piece of paper which way is the marking. Do I want it that way or do I want it that way? So let's look at the stamp and see. I think it's the first one. Doesn't matter. Does it matter? I don't know. So we'll just go in with these scissors. I don't like the white. I don't realize how much noise things make. Scissors, paper. Can't really see what that is, but it can go right there. Looks like a star. It's got some yellow in it, which matches my bird. But let's put something behind it. Some of this cheesecloth, make it stand out a little bit more. There we go. There. There we go. Put this little fella on top. There. Which way do I want it? This way. Get my art glitter glue. Well, maybe it's a good thing that I am doing a winter bird, because there's some swaps coming up that have to do with Christmas. Christmas in July. There we go. So use my art glitter glue. Now, I know which way it goes because there's people. I don't know if you can see them, but there's people. So we don't want the people upside down. There we go. So there's, oh, we need something up here. What could work? I don't have any ribbon or anything on my desk. Oh, what's this? It's a piece of something. And And I think it'll just be perfect. So let's open that up there. Feed one at a time because it's so short. I can't even do that. Oh, there we go. All right. I don't know what that white piece is. So let's cut that off. There we go. Pop of red. I don't know what that is. Oh, there, it came off. Okay. There's our first one done. Take care, everybody.